Hi, my name is Karthik Rangappa. In this video, we will try and understand the different jargons used in the options world. I hope you understood the land example that we discussed in the previous video. Assuming you did, the call option of a stock is structured exactly like the land example that we discussed. In fact, in this video, I would like to discuss and connect both the example and the call option and help you understand the common jargons that we use in the options world. To do that, let me log into my trading account and load a call option and help you navigate through the structure of this particular option. I've logged into my trading account, and as you can see, I've got the State Bank of India stock in my market watch. The price of the stock is roughly about 460 rupees. Now, let me load a call option on State Bank of India. As you can see, I've typed SBIN space 460, and the drop-down menu shows me several options around this price. Don't get bogged down with all the technicalities and details here. I just want you to pay attention to the very first instrument that you see, that is SBIN October 460 CE. Let's try and understand what this is part by part. SBIN here is the stock under consideration. In the example that we discussed in the previous video, the underlying was the land. The underlying here is the State Bank of India stock. So the next thing I want you to look at is the October part indicated by OCT. What this tells me is that the expiry of this particular contract that we are looking at will happen on the last Thursday of October. Remember, in the land example, the expiry was 6 months down the lane. But in this case, expiry is on the last Thursday of the month. Of course, there are other contracts which are expiring in November and December, but let's not pay attention to that right now. So the next thing that I want you to notice is 460. Now, what do you think 460 represents here? 460 here represents something called as the strike price. Now, this is the price at which the deal will happen on the last Thursday of the month. Can you recollect what was the strike price in the land example? If you do, the strike price there was 50 lakh. Remember, the deal was structured around 50 lakh rupees, and whatever is the outcome 6 months down the lane, the deal would happen at a prefix price which was fixed 6 months earlier, which was 50 lakh. The last bit here is CE, which stands for call option European in nature. Let's not worry about it right now. We will talk about it much later in the series. Now, I've loaded this instrument on my watch list. Just to summarize, the underlying here is SBI. The expiry is on the last Thursday of October, so it's an October series option. The strike price here is 460. Now the question is, what is the premium? Remember, in the land example, the premium was a non-refundable amount that Ajay paid to Venu. That is, the buyer paid the seller, and the premium was 5 lakh rupee. In case of SBI stock option that we are talking about, the premium is 17 rupees 75 paisa. Now, just to help you understand this better, let me load another stock and we'll go through the contract details of that particular stock. Let me pick Tata Motors for you. I've loaded Tata Motors in my watch list. The stock is trading at roughly about 340 rupees per share. Now let me load a call option on Tata Motors. In my watch list, I have Tata Motors, which is the underlying. The expiry of this option is in October, which means to say the last Thursday of October. The strike price is 340 and the premium is 19 rupee 25 paisa. So let me take this one step further and show you how easy it is to buy a call option. But before doing that, there's one more thing that I want to talk about. In the land example, the transaction was for one piece of land. When it comes to stocks, it's always in lot sizes. Remember in the previous video series where Prateek taught us futures, we discussed the concept of lot sizes. The same thing is applicable here as well. Now with that in place, let me actually go ahead and execute a buy transaction on a call option. I'm choosing SBI for no particular reason. The lot size is 1500. The premium here is 17 rupees 50 paisa. So lot size into the price tells me how much money I need to pay right now as premium, which works out to about 26,000 to purchase this option. That's it. So with that order going through, I become the owner of a 460 call option on SBI. At the end of expiry, I can choose to decide whether I want to execute my right and buy SBI at 460 or not. Now that depends on how the expiry actually happens. Now with the SBI order in place, there are a few questions that you as a buyer need to ask yourself. What is the risk for you? What is the worst case situation? At what point do you break even on this trade? And if you were to make money on this, what is the maximum profit potential for you? We will figure out the answers to all these questions in the subsequent videos. Key takeaways from this video are: